Hey guys, welcome to your CrossFit Cure at Home workout for Monday, May 18th. Today we've got a bit of a chipper style workout called Cobalt. It is going to be one time through for time, but before we get into that, let's talk about our warm-up. For our warm-up today, we're going to do 3 rounds of the following movements. The first is 10 kettlebell or dumbbell deadlifts. What I want you guys to do with this is step out, use 1 kettlebell or 1 dumbbell. So step out wide enough that you can fit that between your feet. Remember to hinge at your hips, push the butt back, keep those shins nice and vertical. Squeeze your shoulders together, go down, pick that up, bring it up to full hip extension and back down to about mid shin here. So 10 reps of those. Then you're gonna go into 10 step ups. So if you've got a chair or low box, go ahead, step up, alternating 1 foot at a time, stepping up through that heel. If you don't have something to step up onto, go ahead and go into a front step lunge. Same thing though, make sure that front leg comes down and that knee stays over that front heel. We don't want you standing up through your toes on these. The next movement is gonna be 10 penguin jumps. This is a good warm-up movement for double under. It's gonna help you work on that coordination a little bit. So hopping, tapping your sides twice, back down, and springing back into that. This can get your breath going a little bit, but just focus on jumping, getting 2 taps for every jump. 10 penguin jumps. Then we're gonna do 10 anchored sit-ups. So use your dumbbell, your kettlebell, squeeze your feet around that. Knees are gonna be up on this one, laying all the way back down and sitting up. Your last movement is 10 shoulder shrug to lat squeeze. So what we're looking at here is just a little bit of a shoulder chest kind of back warm up. You're gonna shrug your shoulders up to your ears, and then you're gonna reach them down, squeeze them like you're reaching your hands really deep into your pockets, and go nice and slow through these 10 shoulder shrugs to lat squeeze. So that is your warm up. Do those movements 3 times. Let's go ahead and get into the workout. All right, so as we talked about, our workout is called Cobalt. It is a chipper style workout for time with a time cap of 20 minutes here. What you're gonna need for this workout is a single weight. So dumbbell or kettlebell, preferably a dumbbell, but you could do it with any odd object. The first thing we're gonna do on here is 30 dumbbell swings to shoulder height. This is like a kettlebell swing. So again, if you have a kettlebell, go ahead and do that. Just be sure you're staying on your heels through this movement, keeping your chest nice and tall. Squeeze those shoulders together, keep your back straight. It's a hinge at the hip and opening with the hips. If you are using a dumbbell for this, you're gonna hold it kind of like a hammerhead. That's how we're gonna do those. So 30 dumbbell swing or kettlebell swing to shoulder height. Then you're gonna go 30 burpees over that dumbbell. So all the way down, chest and thighs touch, come up, hop those feet in, hop over. We don't need a hop at the top with these because we are hopping over that dumbbell. Great way to scale this back is bodybuilders or elevated bodybuilders with a step over. Next, you're gonna do 30 more dumbbell swings to shoulder height, and then 30 more burpees over dumbbell. Next movement is gonna be a dumbbell lunge. So 30 dumbbell lunges here. What we're gonna do is take that dumbbell up into the front rack. If you do have 2 dumbbells, you can take those up into the shoulder position, or another option, hang these down at your sides. It's really up to you. It's gonna be the same weight. So choose how you wanna do this. Just remember, in our front stepping lunges, we wanna step forward, keep that front knee over that front heel. We're gonna come down, our back knee is gonna touch directly below our hips. Stay nice and tall with these. These are weighted, so it should test the core a little bit as well as the quads. The next thing you're gonna do is 30 supine toe-to-bar or toe-to-dumbbell. So lay down on your back, anchor your hands at that dumbbell. We are bringing our toes up as far as we can. See if we can bring them back to our hands and touch that dumbbell. If not, just bring your legs as high as you can. Or a good scale here is to bend the knees, do supine knee raises, bring those as far as you can. This is an ab crunch movement, so just do whatever you're able to. Try and make it a challenge though. Your next movement is 60 mountain climbers. So down in a plank position, or you can scale this to elevated. What we're gonna do is just bring our knees up to touch our elbows, alternating. So 60 mountain climbers. And our last movement is 60 double unders or 120 single unders or 120, we can do plate hops or line hops, just some sort of hopping movement. Stay consistent with these. Make sure you're getting tall in your jump and not pulling your feet up underneath. It's gonna help you to string those double unders together You can also go double under attempts and then finish out with single unders if you don't think you're going to do 60, but you want to work on those. This should take 1 to 2 minutes, so something that you can stay consistently moving. We don't want a lot of breaking in here. Again, our time cap on this workout, that's all the movements. Our time cap is 20 minutes. The goal is actually somewhere between 10 and 16 minutes. So if you're trying to decide weight, this is obviously something you're going to want to be able to do most of these movements unbroken, and that'll keep you right in that 10 to 16 minute goal. But otherwise, get as far as you can in 20 minutes. And that is your workout. That's Cobalt. Enjoy, and let's get into our cool down and accessory. So starting with our cool down, we have 2 rounds here of the following movements. 60 seconds alternating hamstring scoop stretch. So stepping forward, keeping that leg straight, hinge down at the hips, scoop those hands like you're scooping up a big bunch of air towards yourself, and then alternate leg step forward. The goal is to keep the legs straight here. Doing this for a minute. You can do these walking or you can do these in place, just alternating legs. Next, we're going to go 30 seconds windmill forward. So get your feet nice wide stance. Shift your weight so you are standing primarily over one foot. You're going to rotate both feet in the same direction, kind of forward and away from you, and let that hand that is towards your far leg slide down, keeping those legs straight, hinge at the hips. Your other arm, opposite arm, is going to come straight up, and then you'll complete that range of motion, come back up, and repeat for 30 seconds. Then you're going to stay in that same stance. You're going to do 30 seconds of windmills backwards. So your hand that was going down before instead is going to go up, and your other hand is going to slide down your straight leg, leaning into that hip. This is a much smaller range of motion here, but you're just doing it for 30 seconds, just kind of getting that opposite stretch. So 30 seconds windmill backwards. Then repeat those on the other, going the other direction, 30 seconds windmills forward and 30 seconds windmills backwards. And then we're going to finish lying on our back, pulling our knee up to our chest and hug, and just hang out there. Let that glute stretch out a little bit. 30 seconds each side. Your other leg should be straight down and out. And then switch sides for 30 seconds. That is 1 round of warm up. Do that twice through. Your accessory work today. We're going to do 3 sets of the following movements. Scap push-ups. So go ahead and get into a plank or into an elevated push-up plank. If you don't have a box, you can do this off your knees. You're just going to keep your arms straight. Let those shoulder blades squeeze together, and then push them apart. Kind of push your spine up and out. 20 scap push-ups. Then you're going to go 20 single leg calf raise each leg. So standing on one foot, just raising up onto that toe. Get as tall as you can, lower it back down. 20 each side, so you could do these 20 straight through or break them up, alternate 10 and 10 each side and do that twice. And then the last thing you're going to do is 20 alternating donkey kicks. So on all fours, knees out behind you. It's kind of like just a glute squeeze, glute raise. You're going to bring one leg back and up as high as you can and swing it back down, and then alternate. 20 alternating donkey kicks. Those are your 3 accessory movements, 3 rounds of that. That is it today. Hope you guys enjoy. We will see you tomorrow.